Here is a table, category ID, article ID. And there is some row. For example, article ID 7, article ID article 7. This video is about this button, remote categories. Here, cancel. When we click remote categories, we will see form remote categories. It is separate category component. Remote categories. It is one goal. Remote categories, existing categories. Remote categories, what article have been assigned. And here is 1, 2, 3, 4 assign. This article, article 7, have been assigned to 4 categories. Here in table, when we look, number 7, ID 7, displayed here 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And categories ID is displayed order, ascending order. Okay, now I would remove. It is remove categories. It is form remove categories, and I can more with the control button. We can with control, no, with shift we can continuously, but with the control we can sign only not continuously. Okay, I sign what I want to remove, click on button remove, and article 7 would have 2 less assigned to, here it is selected category have been removed, it is alert, okay, and form closed. It is article 9, and form closed. I can look at in database, I must refresh, and here it is 7. There is article ID, I must refresh it. Nothing deleted, nothing removed. Article 7. Article 7, I must see article 7. Article 7. Article 7. Article 7 is Article 9. Okay, it is 9. And the Article 7, Article 7 is 5. Is 5. Article 7 is 5. And the category article is article ID 5. Now we have only 2 times 5. 2 times 5. And okay, let's get C. Yes, it is 2 times robotic Sencar. Remove. Okay, and it is article 7. Remove only 1. Okay, remove that one. And now now here in database refresh, there is no number 5. Article ID number 5, not here. There is a no here. Also, I can delete, remove other, for example, remove A9, article remove, here it is open remove, I can cancel, I can 9 remove, open here, and all shift, all 4 remove, here it is alert, okay, and now 5, it is article ID refresh 7. It was ID 7, and now I have only article category ID article ID 6. Article ID 6 can see article ID 6. Article ID 6 is A8. Here it is A8. A8, here it is, remove, look at A8, 8, sorry, not, can't say 8 is here, A8, remove, it is 1 category assigned, remove, okay, and here there is in category article, there is nothing. I don't need refresh now. There is nothing here. And how me and artificial, how I command to artificial intelligence what I want. And what I want is clear here. I want remote category button. I want after remote category that there is a list of category. It is below every article. It is in that button. Remote article is in article excerpt. Okay, but now in this video is concentration on form. Remote categories, open form, and now I select categories what I want to remove, and I push remove, I push buttons remove, and selected category going to be deleted in table category ID. It is important article ID, and in table category ID, we look at category to which article assign. Okay, it means that the data, what we take care about is article ID and category to which that article assign. We must delete, add a new. Now we spoke about remote, only form remote. In next video would be, we would be, I'm going to explain about assign a new category, Now remove category. Let's get C code, remove category. Okay, remove category, there is only, okay, it is CSS, all that created ChatGPT. We need use state, use effect, and let's go state associate category and selected category. It means we need associate categories. Get, we need get associated categories, and after that, what it would be list what we see, and after that selected what we want to remove. Associate categories, it is a state, the structure assignment, and the state manager would be use state, empty array, empty array. We spoke here about we need existing associated categories for list, and at first how we get associated categories. Look at here, after use effect, fetch associated categories, assign arrow function, try construction, declare a response, and equal await, fetch, and look at what we have, what we used to have until now in Redux, in slice, article slice. Now we have here directly in user interface in React, and directly communication with the backend, We must find, it is calling this, calling root article ID categories, call it, where we call it in directly in backend. We skip Redux because that list, finding that list is, we need only locally in this form. Locally, it is not important. It is not important global. And look at in Express backend, article category. We go to article, articles ID categories. Here it is. We have articles ID. What we call article ID categories. It is not need categories. Articles ID categories. We call this, and to get, look, the new root to get associated categories, and directly request go here. Here is a request, here is a object response, and here in this query, all that created ChatGPT, I all understand, and that query give us all a category for concretely articles. All categories to which concretely articles ID assign. Here it is, and we start execution of query. Article ID is important for this question mark. Error and result is parameter of arrow function, and down, if error, we will would be return message and status of error. If all is okay, return status 200, and in results we have all categories. In results we have all categories. For us is important ID of categories and name of categories. Here it is. Okay, now we have back, we have categories. Here it is. We have categories back. to our component, a React component. Get back, go back, here it is. After that request, if response is okay, not okay, we throw error. If all is okay, we declare constant data. Here is artificial use, ChatGPT used fetch, and the fetch is incorporated, included in React. We don't need installer like Axios, but fetch, Axios is simpler. There is less coding, like now. You have here await, but again, we have await. In Axios library, we have only one await, because behind that one await, response okay, and the data would be unpacked in behind of this process, and promise would be what get from promise, we have it, but it is data. But now we must declare data and wait again that response, there is a method JSON, that method JSON that unpack response. What unpack? Unpack categories. Look at data categories is here. And after this, we have unpacked data. We waiting, wait, it must be until it would be unpacking. It is like that now in fetch. In future version, it would be like Axios without double await. But after that, we have in array categories. You can look at it construction through console, and set associate categories function and parameter data categories. We have categories. We have, what is categories? It is all categories, ID and name in array, ready to go in list. Ready to go in list. All category what assign to that article, concretely article. Okay, it is about error. Fetch associated category. It is calling function. All up is declaring. All up is declare function. Now we call that function. And that calling function, and here this use effect equal arrow function, and in curly brackets of arrow function we have two parameters. First parameter is all that curly brackets until this, you see sign, this curly brackets, and comma means second parameter. Second parameter is dependency, article ID. What it means? It means that that function would be called only if article ID changes. Okay. Of course, it would be called in every use effect is called in every re-rendering, but function fetch associate category inside of that use effect would be called only if article ID changes, not after every re-rendering. And that when we call this, we have array categories with ID and the name of categories. And now handle form submission to remove selected categories. Now it is handle remove categories. Handle remove categories is arrow function. It means that now with process select, we have a list, but okay, in return, we must look at in return. In return, in form, we have only one control. It is select multi-option drop down. Select multi-option. It is ID, name, value is selected categories. On change, handle category change. On change. And here it is option. Option would be category name. Because of that, we see category name in that drop-down list, multi-select options. Okay, let's get in select finished here. And we see selected categories and even on change. On change is our click. When we selected options, it is on change. And look at remove category select and handle category change. Remove category, here it is handle change and remove handle remove categories. Handle remove categories. It is prevent default behavior of a form and take all local variable, all local state, take like abstraction and use it in our programming. Okay, selected categories, length, if there is a no, selected categories is array and the dot length is properties. That properties said how many number, it is number of how many members there is in array. If there is no members, if there is no categories array, alert will up and said us please select at least one category, etc. Then we must select some category. And declare constant equal await, fetch, again, fetch, declare a response, again, directly to backend. Now we call in backend article ID, remove category. Let's see that, remove category. All that happened in articles, you see. Remove categories. Remove categories. Article ID categories. Article ID. Article common. Article category. Article. It is last one. Article. Article article ID. It is we start with delete. Delete article, and this one, article ID, remove categories. Here is path, new route to remove categories, and here it is. This is address connection with React, and here is arrow function. request response, and in curly brackets we take here, we take article ID from address. Params means parameter of a web address, and the article ID is article ID takes from a parameter, from request parameter, because in request body there is ID, article ID, and declare category. This you see in curly brackets because it is it is a parameter, and it is a request body. A request body. This parameter ID, here it is. It is params. It is declared in React side, and it is in address, and in body, request body, go category category IDs. It is selected what we select in list, and if no category IDs and category IDs len, there is no category or equal 0, we control it in user interface, but this is backend, and artificial teach me that is a good practice control for security, for to be sure control something in the backend. And because we have that logic, if there is a no, it, etc. But don't. It is good idea, good practice to use that logic here, and we don't account all fields. We can only account if category IDs don't go return error. Here we declare query. It is delete from category article where conditions, category article table, where article ID equal question article ID and category ID in article ID it is a query. It is SQL language. Okay. Instead of question mark, we will have this param ID, article ID. You see, article ID, where article ID. Don't be confused with this article ID. It is really name of field in table. I named field in table with article ID like this with the underscore, but here we have article ID. Okay, article ID. Query is yeah, article ID is a name in the table, and article ID, this one coming instead of question mark, coming instead of a question mark. In this query, question mark would be changed with article ID variable, what we see up. And the article underscore ID is a name of field in a table. Can I see it? In a table, article, look at the name, article, here it is, article underscore article ID. Let's go back. Okay, instead of question mark, it is first go SQL query, go without data. And after that, go data. Instead of data, first time go only question mark. It is security against injection, injection fraud, injections bad, and bad injections. And okay. We declare query, and now there is a method, our object DB, what we declare up. Object DB, there is a query method, and that query method now there is a parameter name of query here, declared object query. It is our SQL query, and in curly brackets, there is article ID and categories ID. And this is important. It is execution, start of execution of, and named what go instead of question mark, and categories IDs, because there is a many, can be many category. Here it is. Look at category ID in category, what is in array. All that category and question mark here means instead of that question mark, there would be more category, only one article ID, and more can be more category, and all that would be in array. And instead of that question mark, coming question mark from this. And second, it is first parameter is query, this method query, first parameter query. Second parameter is array dependency, and now third is arrow function with error and results. This is order for remove, for delete, and there is nothing coming from database in results, because of that results is dimmed. It would be delete, and we after that only have alert. It is part of user interface, front end. Alert, okay, it was deleted, but from database nothing. And result is empty, object result, and here it is error. If error, return error message. If all is okay, it is response coming to just some message, remove successfully. Okay, I didn't take this message. I can take this message instead of alert. Okay, never mind. In any cases, because there is no result, we have a response, and we have response that message. I can see how to use this message instead of alert. In any cases, if all is okay, this is status 200 sent to us, and categories have been deleted. And we can go back to our request. Here is a request directly. This request is directly to Express. We don't need it in Redux. And look at how fetch use. Fetch is interesting for use because it is included in the library of React. We don't need insert, but it is options. Okay, headers this, and body just some stringify, category IDs, selected would be selected categories. Categories IDs, it is category what would be fetch, would be selected category, and now if not okay, we have error. We have now alert selected have been removed, and set show remove category. It is for close false. For close form, console for control, console for control window alert. If we have error, handle category change, and handle category change. Handle category change. It means how we construct. Okay, how we have selected IDs, how we construct array with selected categories. Here it is. Declare options, and take care. It would be called when we click on options. When we click on options, it would be on change event, and that on change event call this function handle category change. Handle category change is equal arrow function event, parameter event. What is event? Click on option. And in body of that, we declare options as target options. It means event is object, there is properties target, and there is properties options. And it means it is what you click, it would be it would be in selected categories. It would be, and on change, that concretely options would be selected, and declare selected IDs. It is selected IDs equal array. Array is a construction object for construct array, and there is method from, and the parameter of method from is that options, and that options would be name of category. electronics, cloud, etc. And from that would be created a new array. And that array would be called, but here we selected IDs. It means step by step, options by options, on click by on click, event by event, created array. And method filter is this dot is can be here. It is filter of this array. Filter of this array option would be selected. That option, what we click, would be selected. Okay. And a map, we create number means that that would be value, it would be number, because we interested in ID now in map. And set selected categories, selected IDs. Here, selected IDs is a creation of category, of array. And we have a list associated, and from that list we must click, and every click on option would be selected IDs, and altogether would be array named selected IDs, would be array, and map okay, it is all filter, and the map is of this array. But it is right one below other for better, for clear display. Okay, anything. Selected IDs is array, and set selected categories parameter is selected IDs. This moment, selected categories is array with ID and name. Okay, or only look at, we can always console a log to see what is in array. But it is selected. It is a selected categories. We don't need name, because we need name in associated, because associated name. We need the name to incorporate in return in select. Okay, select categories. Now we have that selected categories. And now look at here in form on submit, handle remove categories on submit. Handle remove categories. When we click in remove, handle remove categories is a function what will communicate with the backend. Handle remove categories, it is first one. Handle remove, yes, it is handle from submission. Handle remove categories contact backend. Contact backend, ask that backend give order, give all code what need to delete categories, that concretely categories in table category article. handle, handle category change, handle category selection. We spoke about handle remove category. Here is handle change, handle category change. It means what options would be selected. And that option, what we selected together, is an array. And it would be selected categories state. We have that state, and on submit, handle remove categories, we see that call it function go asynchron to backend, and backend also asynchron go to database and execute command what have from front end, and it is delete categories. ID value selected categories. Here it is, selected categories. We have selected categories, and a value of options would be selected categories. Every options would be one categories. Select, on change, we spoke on change, handle category change. It is how we created selected categories. Event, multiple. Multiple means that we can multiple options select by control button. Class name, associated categories. Map, it is block, you see in curly brackets, one block, where we created associated categories with key, and here is important category name. It is a list of associated. We have here associated category and selected category. Associated and selected. Associated must be visible when we open form, and selected, we select options, select category what we want remove. It is selected category. We see name of category. And we have button cancel. On click show, set show remove category form, cancel form would be closed. And on click to remove button, we call type submit, we call form on submit, event on submit form. There is an event on submit, and we call function what will contact, what will go asynchron to contact asynchron to backend express. Okay, all is excellent. Here is HTML select. You can learn in HTML control, HTML control select, and it would be all clear about how it is function. Every of this part. And on change is click on options on change. And what is options? Options is category name. Category name. Okay. I would like, I hope in the future, I would like many times repeat this, because I didn't bore. I like React, and very interesting in practice with React. Now, with ChatGPT, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. For example, here, if I was alone, maybe I go over Redux contact backend like always, but category don't contact Redux and explain me, and it is completely logical. We don't need go by Redux. It is not important for global important. No other component needed, associated and selected. This but interesting, ChatGPT don't go in. We have here two requests. One request here it is for associate categories from table category article. But second time, and ChatGPT created directly like it. Okay, excellent. But after that, when we need delete selected, ChatGPT give very, very complicated code. Complicated code where have create array of selected, create array of updated, very, very, and in that moment, I said no. Code as you code up directly to from front end user interface React directly to Express backend. Don't touch. We don't need article slice. We don't need Redux. And immediately ChatGPT created. And it is interesting that together I like what I have ChatGPT because I don't like code. Who like code? I like understand code, and I like share that my understanding. I like teach that what I understand, but I don't like code. And after all, I don't like alone code. But before, until now, it is only I work with artificial with 1 year. What I does before, I learn because I don't work in developers company. Around me have no around me developers or programmers. How I learn? From book. I learn always from book. I buy a lot of, it was some publishing house, Rocks. It is very, very multi-page books, very small letters, and I read every pages and the work. It was a lot of example, and I code. I work. I coding by that books. It would be experience. My experience. It would be like I am. Like around me is other programmers and developers. There is no other way. I don't know other way. By book, teacher learn from book, students learn from book, and now with the chat GPT, I also like books, but for React there is excellent original documentation, and I coding by it documentation or copy coding and try understand. And I started more than 2 years ago, and my learning goes slowly. But last year with ChatGPT, my learning accelerate exponential, and it is excellent to work with artificial chat GPT. I said you must first learn, understand, learn deep learning, and after that you can use ChatGPT in full practice. And here is a good example how ChatGPT consistent. It's not consistent. It is interesting. It's not consistent. For example, I must said that list, article list, post list, that create on the list components that put excerpt, post excerpt, separate component. And it is very, very, very interesting to work with artificial. And until now, only I was wrong, was give artificial wrong command or give artificial wrong component for any understanding. But when I was very clear, ChatGPT, excellent work, excellent coding. Anytime. In this application, until now, I didn't code any, I didn't type any letters, any sign. Okay, IK here. Thank you for watching this video.